Hello, Internet. We have returned. My apologies for the late start. I had something come up last minute, had to deal with, and had a couple small minor technical difficulties, but nonetheless persevered, and we are here now for hopefully the conclusion to Bleak Harvest that we started for our Halloween episode, starring the characters from the OG Dragon Heist game, which coincidentally is also my Yawning Portal players. So, that being said, I'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves real quick, and we'll pick up where we left off last week.
Hello, my name is Ostrich Thornbottom, and I am trying to save the world from an interplanar invasion. Thank you very much.
You're also very, very creepy.
What? No.
Would you like to explain your bow to the audience?
My bow? You mean my precious?
Oh, my precious.
This one's name
No,
is
I would not.
Lionel. Shut up, you idiot.
Sorry.
This one's name is Lionel. He is played by Loco. He is a Tabaxi Ranger, and he is currently stuck in a hallway with Osric Thorn Booty. It may not be for very long, though.
And I am Caleb. I am playing Genmare, the cleric of Torm, who happens to be a high elf.
It sounded like you forgot what your character was for a second.
Just mixing it up is all.
My name's Alex. I play Abdel, the 9th level now, I believe, yeah. Barbarian that wears a white wig and runs a wig shop. Big brain.
Big brain. I'm Sammy. I play Grey Axe, the red bark scale dragonborn. I'm known as Mr. Wolf throughout the channel.
Grey X is also 17, folks.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. And I am Jeff, also known as Kingbashman, here on the channel. I am the DM for this wonderful group. And anyway, yeah. So we'll pick up where we left off. Oh, should also say, tonight we will also have a couple more dice set giveaways sponsored by our friends over at Total Party Kill Games, who just so happened to write the module that we're playing. Oh, what a coincidence. I know. So if you want to get in on that, I'll get it started here as soon as we kind of pick back up where we left off. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Oh, yes. The group was summoned to investigate the happenings and find out what happened to the king's brother, the Duke, at the sanitarium that they are currently at. They arrived, and things are strange there, to say the least. It seems that the grounds have been taken over by some sort of otherworldly type of power, and the group is currently investigating as to what all is going on. Where we left off, a couple of members ventured their way into the laboratory, and when they stepped in to this laboratory, oh, Loco, thanks for the resub, man. My beef. So when they stepped into this laboratory, they saw a infantile child in a crib, and then suddenly the door shut. The child's head turned around. The body was facing the other way. You know, similar to like, oh, I don't know, what was that old movie? Oh, The Exorcist. And the eyes and the face of the child just kind of began to erupt in flame as it just kind of let out a loud scream, and the door shut in front of Osric. So that's where we'll pick up. All right. So
Was it throwing up too?
no pea soup.
Damn.
Actually, it does throw up. All right, breath weapon. Here we go.
Ugh.
No.
I'd rather the child not throw up on me.
What do you mean? You're into that torrent or not torrent?
Uh-huh.
I made fun of you for getting your character, and I just called you a different character.
He's used to being thrown up on.
That's not a good thing.
Well, mostly throwing up on himself, but you know,
I throw up on unconscious people, so you better keep yourself in check.
not Genmare. I was talking about Torrent. Genmare, nah, he doesn't deal with that.
Where's this child at?
I would say it is
It's like right in front of us, right?
like right there.
Oh, okay, that's a little better.
I believe we did roll initiative.
So when the
That was
toddler
for something else.
explodes into a giant spider creature, you know, we'll be a good like 15 feet away.
Maybe.
So, just as a recap, this room's like, like what is this room again?
It is the laboratory.
Oh, the laboratory, which is where we were heading to find the main doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Von Schrugel.
Do I
This is
kick the baby?
The doctor's lab.
Doctor, is that you?
As Abdel starts stepping closer to the crib that contains this child, you see its figure just kind of become more engulfed in flames, and it seems like it's starting to increase in size inside the crib.
God.
Kick the
Don't-
baby. Kick the
No.
baby.
No, don't do that. I'm gonna look over at the shelf over here. Is there anything on it I could use to like hide the crate, like a blanket or anything, to just throw over the child so it can't see us?
You see, you don't necessarily see any types of like blankets or large throw cloths of types. You see all types of reagents and substances used for alchemical concoctions. What appears to be healer's kits, several sets of like tools and surgical instruments, and tomes, kind of all over the shelves, and not desktops, but like the tabletops of the shelves that you see.
Could I be able to try to pry open the door?
You can certainly try.
Would this be an athletics check?
It would be.
I would have advantage on this because it's pulling something due to aspect of the beast.
Are there any water-like looking substances on this alchemical table?
You see several beakers that appear to have some liquid that looks clear, almost like water, but
I throw it on the child. Try and douse the flames.
It's a grease fire, no.
All right, I'm resistant if it blows up. So
Okay.
That's nice. Stand in front of me, okay?
Am I able to pry open the door?
hold on. All right. Gray Axe, you go to throw this watery type of liquid onto the child. It doesn't appear to have any type of effect. As Abdel reaches out to try to pry open the door, you reach out and your hand goes through the door as if it was some type of an illusion.
You
Your
alive over
hand
here?
comes back and you kind of look down confused, and then you look back up and you see the door just kind of like fades, and it's like the door is still open, and you see Osric and Lionel in the hallway just kind of looking at you. And then Gray Axe, when Abdel does this, the large fiery visage of this child just reverts back to normal, and it's just a small child just kind of like looking up at you in the crib.
Thank God I didn't kick the baby.
Okay.
Hey, big guy. Are you okay? Are you guys okay? Did the voices stop?
What? Do you hear the voices?
The screaming. You told me there was screaming. I was the only one who couldn't hear it, remember? Lionel, are you okay? Let's not get separated.
This one is fine.
There's a lot of illusions here. I don't like
Reach
this
down
place.
into the crib and pick the child up.
Who's a good Duke?
Is there anywhere to go inside the laboratory as far as like any other doors?
Yes, there are a couple of doors up to the north. However, Grayax, when you pick up the child, suddenly one of the adjoining doors opens up, and you see a oh good lord, Fantasy Grounds just totally okay. Never seen it do that before. 1 second. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it just started randomly opening up a whole bunch of windows.
Matilda?
Oh boy.
The spirits are with us. They're channeling through your computer.
It
Spirit
would
bomb.
seem so. Oh boy.
The baby's actually the leader in Microsoft. He's opened up all your windows.
It would have seemed.
It's baby Bill Gates.
It is Bill Gates as a baby.
It's baby Bill Gates. We've got to kill him.
You see a olderish female in a lab coat kind of like step out and kind of rushes over to you, and she says, oh my goodness, what in the world are you doing with this child?
Are you the Duke?
Just made it not on fire. I was making sure it was okay.
She looks it over and it's like, it was not on fire. If it was on fire, the child would be screaming in agonizing pain, and there would be evidence of, the flesh being burned. This child is fine.
Look,
What are
lady,
you talking
it was
about?
on fire.
Grax,
Ma'am,
please. put
This
the
place
child
is
down.
weird.
now, like-
And you're weird.
Kind of open my mouth and start to form a breath weapon so that the back of the flame is in the back of my throat, and be like, fire. Like that. It was on fire. I know what fire looks like.
Cool.
She just kind of gives you a strange look. It's like,
Are you the doctor
Doctor,
that's in charge?
yes, I am.
we
Cool.
spoke with Nurse Knowles. She said that you could help us.
Possibly. May I ask
We're here to
what you're
help
doing
you.
here?
Pull out the sheriff decree, basically. Hand it to her.
I'm the lead investigator on this case.
No.
Oh,
We were
so-
sent by
Abdel.
Duke Bernard's brother.
Yeah, are you the Duke?
No, I am the doctor.
But they both start with a D.
The Duketer.
Yes, they both start with a D. So does Dickhead. Does that mean you're the Duke?
No, I'm
No, he's
just the dickhead.
He's the
That was
dickhead.
funny.
I'm just Big Daddy. My bad.
No, that's the king. Oh, shouldn't have said that.
Big dumbass.
Big dumbass. That's Abdel.
How do you misplace such a foul being?
Misplace a foul being.
Yes, the nurse said that you misplaced the Duke, and he has the ability to disguise himself as anything he wants. That's a foul being in my eyes.
But it's not like we just, through our own sheer negligence, have lost a patient. I don't know if you've noticed strange things are happening all around this estate.
Oh, I've certainly noticed.
Are at an insane asylum, kinda, it seems like.
Yeah.
But we did notice a ward on the outside gate that was intentionally put there by somebody.
And the living conditions here are less than standard.
Yes.
It'd be a shame if I was a health inspector.
Well, if a health inspector could lift the curse that has apparently befallen this place, I would gladly have them come to the estate themselves and remedy the situation. But as I'm sure you have noticed, just getting here is a challenge of itself, and we can't leave.
First, you say.
Why do you want to leave, Duke?
First off, I'm not the Duke. Secondly,
Prove it.
have you not seen what has been going on around here?
Almost got him, big
I
guy.
can remove a curse. I just need to know where the center of this curse is originating from.
Well, unfortunately, I do not know exactly where it is originating from. It seems it seems to have just onset itself seemingly out of nowhere.
Did it happen like as you took in a new patient?
Yeah.
Did you
Or
notice?
has he changed your identity?
Long ago.
Any arcanely inclined new patients?
No, none that I can remember. I do seem to remember the strange happenings seem to begin when our gamekeeper Gosquar, and it's the day that they stopped delivery of game to the hospital. At first I have no reason to believe that he would be behind this, but the timing is strange on that. Why would
Like you
he
said-
stop and then all of a sudden all these strange happenings suddenly start beginning?
You said a gamekeeper. He's some sort of tracker or hunter. He's been delivering food here for you.
Yes.
And when's the last time you seen him? And what is his name?
Gosquar. It's been, it feels like forever now at this point. It's been, I want to say, at least a good couple months, maybe.
Months. Oh,
I'm gonna need some identification, doctor. I need to make sure you're the doctor.
Can I make an insight check to determine if she's holding information back?
Sure.
Perhaps
Abdel goes to pull a wig off, just pulls out her hair.
got a 9.
Lifts her up.
Right. Osric, you try to study her mannerisms. You don't get the feeling that she's hiding anything.
Abdel, I think she's all right.
Prove it.
You trust me, don't you?
You don't. You forgot about us.
I remember you now.
Your bow is hair.
No, what? No, it's not. Why do we keep
It
going
has
back to
hair
these
on it.
ridiculous side fests? Let's focus on the matters at hand, right,
I need
boys?
some identification, doctor. Where's your degree? Where's your anything?
Yes, ma'am. If we could see your office and verify that it's that it's in good condition. We're building a bit of report for whom we represent. Also, we're looking for one of your patients in particular. His name is Duke Bernard.
You knew that name, don't you, Duke?
And Osric just stares at the woman pointedly.
And Genmare turns to Gryax and gives him a look. Do you do you return the look?
Pulls out the whip and looks at Gryax.
Pulls up the
let's
broken
see.
remnants of Grandpappy's spear.
Osric
I will stab you, bitch! Don't you dare!
She directs you to the. Good Lord, here we go. To the room to the north, connected to this laboratory by a thick mahogany door, is a 20 by 30 foot room that has the same type of furniture as the patient's rooms, albeit of superior quality. A four post bed covered with blanket sits against the wall. Next to it, 3 armoires stand side by side. Dinette set occupies the middle of the room, while a small bathroom extends off to the right. Windows set into the left and opposite wall have been boarded up, and an open pocket door allows access to some sort of laboratory. She's like, well,
Any gold?
you wanted to see my office? There is my office. It's also my quarters.
Very impressive, Doctor.
If you could leave us alone for this investigation, that'd be very appreciative.
Osric goes inside. Osric and Abdel start overturning all the furniture and wrecking the place.
I want to know if there's any coinage in here.
She goes, I would recommend
Shut up, Duke! Shut up!
not being in the room if I'm not nearby, or damaging
Nope.
anything, because she
Nope,
points
leave.
to a wreath and says that will activate if you do.
What is it?
Osric will study it. Perhaps an Arcana check.
Sure.
$19.
You this, what you see is a gnarled wreath that includes a variety of materials woven together within its mesh of twigs and leaves, including garlic, wolfsbane, silver, and mandrake root. This wreath serves to prevent the entry of certain types of creatures through a doorway or a similar portal. It is something that is known as a threshold guardian.
Wow. Where is it hung?
On the not adjacent, the opposite wall.
Well, I don't think we qualify for activating that thing. We're just simple folk from the town. We're not some sort of zombified monster like the likes of what you got running around out in your grounds. You want to explain that, by the way? The nature of this curse? You know, I just saw some sort of horrible hallucination of black ooze coming down the wall, and then it just vanished. And then my cohorts and I, well, they all heard some horrible noises, and it's like the door over there slammed itself shut, but it was all an illusion. Now, is that part of the wards and protections you've got going on here, or is that part of the curse? Because either way, it's extremely disturbing for even visitors. I can't imagine how it would be to live in a place like this.
As soon as you mention the hallucinations, she kind of slowly turns to look at you with like a sense of concern on her face. Hallucinations, you say?
You're about to get admitted.
That's right. It was some sort of illusion magic. I didn't have the time to pinpoint it with my own detection spells. But I was the only one who could see it. And then
Right.
the illusion reversed.
I regret to inform you that apparently she stops and looks at the rest of the group. Has anybody else seen strange hallucinations like this?
Who's asking?
The doctor, you big dumb idiot.
The Duke?
Genmare won't say anything.
Have you been getting these hallucinations?
No, I have not.
Is it because you're causing them?
No.
Prove it.
Sir Greyax, did you not say that that baby was on fire a moment ago? Clearly,
Genmare
it
and
wasn't.
Abdo, it was on fire. I put water on it.
You're not slick, you 17-year-old little shit. You saw it on fire too. Don't you lie to this woman. I mean, Duke. What?
The point I'm trying to make here is that there are some forces at work here that are trying to confuse us as to their true intentions and whereabouts. Now, I've read about these sorts of things. I believe there are evil aberrations here on the grounds, and I am trying to get us on the path of detecting and destroying them, and destroying the source of their escarpment into our plane.
Right. I hate to be the bearer of bad news on this one, but it seems that you all are already starting to suffer the early onset of whatever curse has befallen this place. It started with, well, if Nurse Knowles let you in through the main door and escorted you through the lobby, I'm sure you've already seen some of the more extreme cases, all these hallucinations and encroaching madness, if you will, started with the patients.
Go on.
Osric has a very incredulous look on his face as he's listening to this.
I mean, not to be forthcoming with judgment, but we are at the sanitarium, so some sort of madness is not out of the ordinary. But I believe we all can agree this is no normal type of madness. This is some sort of foul evils at work, and none of us here, save maybe the five of you, are specialized, trained, or equipped to deal with such matters.
Osric nods his head. He looks at her confidently and he says,
Aye, ma'am. What you've got here are some of the finest warriors and scholars and holy men
Investigators.
that Waterdeep has to offer. We have gone toe-to-toe with some of the most vile creatures in Waterdeep. I'm pretty sure we can handle whatever's happening here. We've got the wits about us to withstand madness. The difference between people who are scared and crazy are... we won't give in. We're smarter. We've got each other's backs. Now that we know that there are hallucinations afoot, we can keep each other's backs on guard. Isn't that right, boys?
he like slaps Abdel's shin.
My chin?
Shin, your
Oh, I was
like,
about to say, you can't reach up there.
no.
Listen, I just need to know if you're the Duke or not.
I don't think
Not
she's the Duke, Abdel.
Prove it.
Abdel,
There's strange magic going on. He could be making an illusion right now.
we should assume
Are we in a simulation?
that everyone is potentially the Duke. All right, I understand what you're saying, Abdel. I don't have time for these sorts of mind games with you today.
I will kill you, young man.
I will kill you, old man.
Hold. I'm only 750. No.
Well, where do you know where your gamekeeper lives or used to live? Does he live on the grounds here?
No, he didn't live on the grounds. He, to be honest with you, I'm not quite entirely sure where he lived. But
Did he have an office or a shed or something outside? There must be somewhere we can go to check up on his whereabouts. He seems to be the only lead we have related to the curse.
he had access to the main kitchen area where he would deliver and sometimes help prepare, or at least clean the game that he brought. Other than that, I'm not aware of any type of quarters that he had here upon the estate.
Was there any beef?
A kitchen. Oh, wasn't there a kitchen just, I think we walked by a kitchen, boys. On our way up here. It was right where Nurse Knowles, well, we left her behind because she was being unreasonable, quite frankly. By the way, Doctor, she needs a new profession. She has no sympathy for the patients here, and she treated us very rudely and poorly. I just thought you should know that. I understand with all the stress of being invaded by otherworldly demons and creatures, it can get to a person, but as long as you guys are holding down the fort here and not trying to evacuate, she needs to be more professional. And this place has to be cleaned up.
Well, I do agree with everything that you said. And once the curse has finally been lifted, hopefully soon, returning Willowbrook to its former state is the top of our priorities. However, with everything that is currently going on, on behalf of the nurse, I do apologize if she seemed brash and short with you. However, given the circumstance of what we've been dealing with here, I can't say I completely blame her attitude and interactions with people who just randomly showed up.
But we have badges.
And
You'd think she'd be happy to see that someone made it through the gate without dying or exploding or being kidnapped by zombies. But okay.
And Osric just kind of walks by her out of the office.
I flip one of the chairs again, walk out.
okay, well, good luck. Bye.
It's like we're a couple mobsters.
Bad cop and bad cop.
Did Osric notice anything interesting inside the office other than the wreath?
Mm-mm.
No books of any kind, or what about the laboratory? Can Osric discern the nature of the experiments here by looking at the objects that are on the shelves?
I mean, you could try.
Are there any whips?
No.
How about investigation?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Denver, this isn't your type of place.
25.
You do find many different tomes and things. One of them kind of catches your eye. You begin to kind of like flip through it, and I mean, even as smart as you are, like, this is in layman's terms, like high-end doctor type shit, right? And you kind of look at it and you kind of like give like a questioning and puzzling look back to the doctor. She's like, oh, yes. Maybe we should explain. Let's see. Let's start back to
We
the
should
beginning.
explain.
Yes, we, myself, and on behalf of the remaining cognitive and full of their faculty staff that I still have on hand, all 2 of them. Essentially, I'm in over my head. When I was dispatched here to Willowbrook by royal order 7 years ago, I had no trouble fulfilling my duties to the crown. Running the day-to-day operations, mute your mic, of the estate, I provided residents with the best care available to overcome addiction, treat mental afflictions, and correct physical ailments, all while protecting the identities of my charges from gossipers and political enemies alike. Hence, all the protective wards cast around this place. That all changed months ago when my staff began reporting that patients seemed to be getting worse, not better. Close examination revealed that every few days, a new patient demonstrated abrupt signs of being incredibly, incurably insane. None of our usual treatments seemed to work, and even the most powerful clerics and healers on my payroll were ineffectual. Then, even the staff began losing their minds. Worse yet, they seemed to be working together to thwart any attempt at helping cure themselves. First, the arrivals room was disabled, which made it impossible to teleport anyone to or from the clinic. The master keys went missing. Then the records room caught on fire, and everything that was left was sacked, mixing up the identities of everyone in my care. The gameskeeper stopped delivering fresh meat. One by one, my staff either succumbed to the madness engulfing this hospital or fell victim to the seemingly not so random acts of violence perpetrated by the ever-growing number of lunatics. In desperation, I searched through every file I could find. I looted every available archive for information as to what might cause such an epidemic. Instead of the cause, however, I found a solution, or at least a passable solution. Rifling through what remained of the records room, I found a blood-splattered tome that detailed a series of grisly God, I cannot pronounce this word. Chirurgical procedures, one of which professed to rewire the brain. At first, I balked. What this book suggested went against every moral principle I held dear. As the days turned into weeks, and the situation became such that I could only rely on my head nurse as an ally, and a suspicious one at that, I began to operate in secret. I used the tome as a guide. Having no previous experience with this type of medicine, my initial surgeries proved disastrous. Patients died on the operating table, unfortunately. Sometimes several until I honed the skill. One consequence of these deaths was discovering that I could capture part of the patient's essence, what I call their asphyx, for restorative purposes. If not captured, an asphyx can turn and drain you of vitality. Twice I let one slip away from me, and now fear that they are roaming the hospital, preying on the unsuspecting.
Oh, God.
Eventually, I performed what I thought was a passable operation, altering a portion of a patient's brain to the point of near catalepsy. While still keeping the subject alive, I released the subject into the general population and observed, as day after day, the patient remained immune to the chaotic and murderous traits that had befallen so many of the others. Knowing the implications of my actions, I now believe that the procedures are the only thing preventing the total psychotic conversion of everyone here at Willowbrook.
Who's the person you did this procedure on?
Uh, did you not pass many of the I almost said inmates.
The one
not
that
inmates.
worked.
Damn it, what's the word? Patients. God. Did you not pass the groups of patients on making your way here?
No, we sure did, but did you do it on the Duke is what I'm getting at.
Did you not listen to anything I just said? I have no idea which one is the Duke. All of
I'm
our
still trying to
records have
figure
been
out if you're
destroyed.
the Duke or not, I'm be honest.
Is this the book? Is this the tome that contained the chirurgical, surgical plans?
Yes.
Osric looks back down and he's thumbing through. He's looking for illustrations and formulae. He's starting to try and memorize some of these. He's filled with wonder. He says,
When's the last time you performed an operation?
Oh.
Have you made any efforts to recatalog your patients? Any identifying marks that you put on them, or tags or something like that? I know that your records were destroyed, but there's got to be a way to set things back to some semblance of order. This place cannot exist without some sort of order to balance the chaos.
As far as marking them, no. We have made like makeshift charts and like temporary records so we could at least somewhat keep track of those that remain unaffected by the curses. They would be out where the patients are. Nurse Knowles would know the locations of that more so than I would.
Okay, I've got to ask this question. It's been bothering me for a while now. This may be unrelated, maybe it is related. What is a baby doing here in the sanitarium? What is the deal with that baby?
and Osric points at the baby.
It points back.
Ah,
Red
I was like,
Spider-Man.
Red Rum.
the baby.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Is that your baby?
Hold on.
Is this a sanitarium / daycare center?
I was literally just looking at that damn thing too. Now where did it go?
That baby's bigger than me. I don't like it.
Probably is.
What in the cinnamon toast crunch is going on here?
You're right. Good lord. It was. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Where in the cinnamon
Goddamn
toast fuck did it go?
What do you say, Ben? You can't spill the beans.
Oh, all right. It's no. Where is it? Okay. No. Oh, okay, fine. I found it. Oh, you're talking about Marissa here. No, that is the child of. We rescued her from her Her mother was a victim of the madness sweeping the hospital, and now is one of the members that resides in the lobby. We had to rescue her. Her mother, I can only imagine, from whatever madness is sweeping this place, turned cannibalistic, and we intervened as she was about to attempt to eat the child.
By the gods. Okay. Is the mother still alive?
As far as I know, she's out in the group of the mad out in the lobby area.
Well, I've got one more question, and then I feel like I've done too much talking.
What are those?
How is it that you have not been affected by this curse, madam?
To be completely honest with you, I have no idea. It has not affected myself. It has not affected the nurse. It has not affected, God, what was his name? The other person that you met when you came in.
I
the
don't
assistant
remember
to the
his
nurse.
name.
Snalls. Right?
We'll call him Jerry for now. Jerry, that's what his name was. Jerry
it
Dingleface.
was
It's Toby.
Dale Carr.
Elcar.
Dobby.
Well, I suppose you should consider yourself lucky then. Although, if I'm being completely honest, it does raise a certain amount of suspicion. I hope you'll understand. Speaking pragmatically, we are conducting an investigation after all. But
Oh, no, trust me, I completely understand that. I wish I knew what it was that the curse attracted itself to, so to speak. I mean, especially considering it's affected and took over all the rest of the staff, save us three. I wish I had some answers for you on that, but I'm apologize that I don't.
well, boys, can you think of anything else we can ask her?
What's your mother's name?
Yeah, what's your mother's name?
Isabel.
Ask her. So, where do you think we should go next?
Well, if well, if you choose to continue investigating the grounds without protecting yourself through one of these procedures, your guess is as good as mine. I would start with anywhere that you haven't been so far, maybe.
Wait, what?
What a lead.
Which procedures? The ones in the book?
Yes.
Are you crazy? No way!
No, I'm not the crazy one. The crazy one is everybody else out there.
Your success rate sounds like it was less than 10%.
You killed people.
There's no way I'm going to let you subject me or my crew to some sort of barbaric, esoteric, dirty, dingy torture surgery. And not with Marissa watching.
The choice is yours.
And I'll tell you what.
And Osric closes the book and walks away from the nurse with it. And he's planning to keep the book. And he just like disengages with her and just starts walking away from her. With
Case
the book
closed.
with the book of surgeries.
That will remain on the premise.
Well, we can't leave the premise, so I mean, it'll stay on the premise. You said it yourself, no one can leave.
Well, yes, I'm well aware. But if you
You
all
sure?
do manage to fix whatever is going on, that book stays.
But if we fix everything that's going on, you won't need it.
Exactly. Thank you, Abdel. That is big brain talking.
It doesn't matter. It still stays.
You're really weird, and I don't like this. We hold a lot of authority here, and so you're gonna we impose the law here.
On behalf of the king, I am going to confiscate this artifact
And
in
we're
the name
gonna
of preserving the safety and due diligence of proper order here at the sanitarium.
report these experiments you've been doing too.
By all means, report away.
No, we will.
But that tome belongs to the sanitarium.
And who says that?
The governess.
Well, the king tells us that we get authority, so we say it isn't.
You
Well,
can
I've
take
had it
that
up-
up with her.
I've had it up to here,
And Osric indicates his own height.
Puts
I've had it up
hands
to here
the
with
stilts.
dukes and governesses and kings at this point.
Pushes up the stilts up to here.
Yeah. Click, 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 click. He gains like 6 inches of height.
Yes.
Abdel.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, big guy, come here.
Why?
Hang on to this for me, would you?
No,
And Osric holds
absolutely
out
not.
the big book of surgeries.
Absolutely not. Nope. That got some. That's really filthy. It's got blood
just
on
stick
it.
it in your just stick it in your backpack. We just need we need your big
no.
strong muscle to keep it safe,
Do
Abdel.
you see this coat? Do you see this bag? I don't know. Absolutely not.
Are you wearing a shirt?
Yeah, he's wearing the whole suit.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Abdel, I
He's
never
wearing the whole
mentioned,
suit.
by the way, you are very well dressed.
Thank you. What
Yeah,
about the wig?
I would actually say you're a bit overdressed, Abdel.
Probably. This is common wear for me now. I'm a businessman.
Sir Grey Axe, would you do the honors of holding on to this as evidence? If we're conducting an investigation here,
Can we trust a 17-year-old to be holding on to some?
Abdel, would you hush, please?
Bud.
Do you want to
Let
talk
a
about a book worth
15-year-old
reading,
lead the
Sir Grey
party.
Axe?
Why don't we give it to the holy man?
Me.
This is a book of medical knowledge, but it's of a strange and esoteric nature.
Well,
I can hold on to it. We don't want to taint Ginmare's holiness.
if you feel that you need to take on the burden, then I won't stop you.
I'm sure you've handled things much darker than this, Sir Grey Axe.
Oh yeah.
There's something off about that book. But it could be useful if it was analyzed and applied in a more appropriate setting. We may be able to create another edition of it. You know, devoid of all of the strange darkness that it seems to harbor.
Maybe.
We could help people with legitimate, legitimate problems with their mental health.
In the back of Osric's head, he's thinking about like unlocking his own memory loss through a surgery. It's kind of like the one that's in the book. He doesn't say that out loud, but
Is the surgery essentially a lobotomy? Because it really sounded like a lobotomy.
That's what I took it as.
it sounds like a lobotomy.
You ever seen Winter Soldier?
DM, yes.
Rather go
Well,
through
hey,
the
if anyone's gonna get a lobotomy, it should be you, big guy. Little to lose, much to gain.
Do you see my wig? It has
Well,
to sit somewhere.
We can
It'll
go
hide
around the wig.
scars.
No, it has to sit flush. Otherwise, it won't sit right, and it'll just You
There's
don't
enough
understand
air in
fashion.
there already.
You don't understand fashion.
You don't understand a lot of things.
You don't understand fashion. Why don't you go to hell again?
Come with.
No. I got stuff to do.
Sounds like a tough problem.
Better than going to hell. Well, pretty much at hell, honestly. But
Hey, Lionel. I don't know if you heard the conversation or not, but it sounds like there used to be a trapper on the premises, or a gamekeeper brought fresh meat here. This might be a bit up your alley, tracking down where that person might have gone. You want to take the lead on this one?
It is not as easy as you think it is. I have never seen this one before. Clearly, a description is not enough.
I think we could start in the kitchen of this place, and maybe there might be some clues. He might have kept an office, or perhaps a shed outside. We're willing to risk a trip outside. At least we could clear some more zombies off the property. Make it a bit safer outside. Maybe we could start moving people out of the building. I don't know what to do here. There's so much going on.
You all suddenly begin to feel like a very very sudden rumbling, and you start to like everything in the area starts to go dark, and you start to hear screams. This carries on for a moment or two, but it almost feels like a small eternity, and you just have this overwhelming sense of dread kind of wash over you. In the back of your mind, all you can see, like, all the dangerous things that you all have have been through throughout your life. Gray Axe, you're seeing visions from your time in the hells, and Osric, you see images of picking up a stone and then everything goes black, and the rest of you all see an image of a silhouette of a large beholder, and you start to be washed over by these feelings and senses of like despair and regret from pretty much anything throughout your life. I can't pinpoint exactly everything because I don't know the entirety of your all's backstories, but you all get the gist. And then almost as abruptly as it onset, it dissipates.
Well, I have a renewed sense of urgency.
is the doctor dead now?
No, the doctor is still there and looking visibly shaken.
I was really
she was
hoping for like the
affected by
lights.
this.
Yes.
What did you say? What did you all say
Oh,
just
so
now?
now you're going insane now.
What did you see, Doctor?
All the patients that I've failed, and everything leading up to the onset of whatever darkness has taken over this place. At least that's all I can recall from saying. Like, did you all experience the same thing just now?
Nope, it was just you.
Flashbacks of some of our biggest failures.
You're lying.
Trying to gaslight her now.
Gas.
You don't know that.
Gaslighting
I'm
the
telling the
doctor.
truth.
Abdel's being...
Okay, cool. Roll me a deception check then.
Is Abdel's alignment chaotic?
Oh yeah, she definitely knows that you're lying.
He's been very chaotic this session for some reason.
He's neutral.
Okay.
Abdel's just a different breed.
Abdel's a different breed, man.
Yeah, the
Texas just got a
smooth
number on
brain
him.
variety.
What do you mean?
Also, for everybody watching, we have a current dice set giveaway active right now. It's the snakeskin dice set from our sponsors and friends over at Total Party Kill Games.
I can't believe Kenzie entered, even though she already won one. Unbelievable.
Well, you know.
What a
Unbelievable.
dice stealer.
Honestly, unbelievable. I expected better from me, Kenzie.
What a
I
rat.
expected you to be on New World, but you know, whatever.
Ooh.
Smite's more important.
Shots have been fired.
Ask the doctor a question.
Go for it.
When was the last time you did a head count, a census of the patients? Do you even know how many patients you have within the walls of this building?
Within the walls of the building, since the records room mysteriously caught fire, an exact count, no. Many of them are what we refer to as the lost, as I'm sure you noticed, being escorted through the lobby.
Would it be possible to see this records room?
She said, "Oh yes, absolutely," and she points to the door that is the other door that is adjacent to the laboratory, right there.
Well, fellows,
Why didn't you say so earlier?
She didn't ask.
I don't like you.
Well, the feeling's mutual. Get over it.
Fucking Duke.
Osric and Abdel start crushing papers and overturning furniture and just destroying the place.
Where's the drugs? he just starts like breaking apart the fireplace in here.
Jeez.
Osric's using Mage Hand to rip individual pieces of paper in half.
You open the door, and the last room at this end of the asylum once housed all the patient records. Scorched bookshelves stretch from floor to ceiling along the walls. A badly singed owlbear rug lies in front of a fireplace. Stacks of vellum piled waist high are placed around the room, their contents revealing hundreds of patients' names, bios, ailments, and treatment procedures attempted. Binders that previously secured these pages sit next to the fireplace and now serve as fuel to keep the area warm. A pocket door leads into Dr. Strugel's quarters. A thin layer of ash coats the floor. Streaks of soot coat the walls. In one corner of the room sits an old rocking chair, its surface charred and pitted. A pale porcelain doll of a young girl, her clothes blackened, sits in the chair and stares back at you with unblinking yellow eyes. You swear the rocking chair rocks back and forth, almost imperceptibly.
Nope, don't like that.
I don't care. I'm still looking for drugs.
Osric goes up to the doll and pushes it over onto the floor.
Well, that was uncalled for.
The doll falls to the ground and the porcelain head shatters.
It's Chucky.
Sure. Hey, look, Abdel. It's hard to imagine how a fire would start in a records room.
And he's like kicks to it out of the fireplace.
Yeah. What a concept.
Boy, it was such a mysterious fire.
Are our four walls and ceiling burnt the same, or is there more burning on one wall or ceiling than the other?
No, it's all fairly even, as if like the source of the fire was like seemingly directly in the center of this room and was you all have seen like actual fires before, so I'm not gonna make you all like do a whole lot of investigation on this. This appears to have been more of in magical nature
Like a
that caused
blast.
this. Yeah, like I'm not gonna say this to say like this is exactly what happened, but it's almost like a fireball went off in the center of the room.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
And it is at that moment that a tiny bead rolls out of the fireplace.
And
That's
an eye
tough.
stalk
Osric,
appears
Osric,
around
jump
the
on top
corner.
of it.
Oh, Cedric, why don't you look underneath the skin rug?
Sure. Osric pulls out his silver dagger, and he lifts up the owlbear rug to take a look underneath.
Yeah, you pick up the owlbear rug. You don't. The only thing that really catches your eye underneath of it is that it's one area that does not appear to be covered in ash and soot and charred. And the area underneath of the rug that is unaffected by the fire is in the shape of the owlbear rug.
Whoa. Look at this here. The wood's still good here.
Very curious.
That does lead to more of a single burst magical blast rather than, a conflagration of flames.
That's what I was thinking too, young one. No, just starts talking this like random tone.
Are there any like cabinets or I don't know, like a nightstand or a dresser or whatever that has a drawer that's closed?
In this room, no, it's mostly floor to ceiling, like shelves,
Okay.
minus the fireplace and a rocking chair.
It does seem to this one that this was very convenient.
Aye.
Like destroying evidence, almost.
And I'm
Osric.
guessing the little compartment in the other room leads to this room from what we see, or
It doesn't lead into
it's connected though.
it's
right?
like it's a pocket door. Basically, it's kind of like crap. Like, you know how I guess here in real world, like some older doctors' offices have like the little sliding window thing, and they can talk to like the nurse in the next room.
Yeah.
It's something similar to that, but it's not like a direct like entryway.
I don't think there's anything to find in here, boys.
Very convenient.
About this time, the nurse comes running into the laboratory area, completely like short of breath and almost exasperated. It's like, Doctor, they're gone. The doctor turns and looks. What do you mean they're gone? The patients, they've all vanished.
What?
Judas.
Do you see what I mean? She's terrible at her job.
I think
How do we know
everybody's
she's
bad
just
at their
not
job.
illusionizing that they're gone, but they're really still there?
Yeah, what if everyone's crazy here?
Is that a word?
I was gonna wonder about that.
I read it in a book once.
Oh boy.
How many books
It's
is a
called
17-year-old
Webster's.
read?
That's
A
the old
lot.
common. You need modern common. 8th edition.
I've read more books than years you've been alive.
That
That's
just
not
isn't
very
true.
impressive, Sir Greyax.
That is
Right.
true.
That isn't true.
I read a book a month.
That's just not true.
Oh, but it is.
While you all are arguing about who's read more books, the doctor runs towards where the patient's area was, and as she exits the laboratory and heads down the hallway and turns, she just kind of like suddenly stops and just says, "The gods."
I would have followed her.
Let's find
Oh,
out
what
what's going
god?
on.
Osric will ready his short bow.
We're coming after you. We're gonna solve the
Mystery.
You all turn the corner, and
Best theme song.
the patient's area that you can see in this particular hallway area is now like it's like seemingly been painted black. It is just very dark. And I will say Osric, definitely. You'll notice it's not the exact same, but remember those warding runes that you found when you at the gate when you were entering the compound?
Oh yeah, I remember. They
You
were
use-
written roughly in Aklo.
Sure. You see more, I guess, characters from this strange language that you don't know, kind of like all around the area.
Hey, wait! Nobody move. Please tell me that you can see what I can see.
And he points down the hallway into the black.
Huh?
Do we all see it?
Oh yeah, you all see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you see the runes as well?
You're rude?
The runes, the wordings, the markings.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Do we see him?
Yes, you see everything I just said.
Yeah.
All of you.
Okay.
We're seeing it.
How
Thorn
far
booty.
away? How far away are they?
Are they in a recognizable language?
No.
Okay.
I think this is a
I
class
speak-
thing.
No.
No, it's not a class thing. It's Osric is the one who discovered the first set of runes. Osric and Leah nailed it.
Osric will cast Mage Hand, and he will float his hand 30 feet out towards one of these wards, these glyphs. He's gonna try to get up to the point where he can try to rub out the glyph or deface it.
The mage hand extends out from your casting and starts to try to deface it. It kind of does, but you start to notice that it's not so much like singular glyphs of warding or anything like that. It's more like like texts that is being displayed all around the area. You can't make sense of it. It's imagine somebody in a white room and a black marker that has lost their mind. It's just stuff everywhere. But it's all written in this strange language that none of you understand.
Okay. Osric will he'll step forward. He'll say,
Sir Grayax, if you could accompany me, I will attempt to circumvent these glyphs, if they are glyphs. I may need your spiritual guidance, if you catch my meaning.
Sure.
and have you got that little effect to throw on? Or
Yeah.
is that already on everybody?
No, it's not.
I figure if you and I scoot together, we can both get to the end, and then if nothing goes off, then it should be safe for the rest of the crew to follow.
that.
All right, so we kind of start scooting together. I've got to stay pretty close to you, right?
Yeah, I'll be right behind you,
10 feet.
even if it
I
doesn't show it
imagine,
directly on the map.
How does this aura feel to Osric as he like moves to like 10 feet and 11 feet and then goes back to 10? Like he's trying to stay within the scope of that aura.
Feels as if vines are wrapping around you and kind of gently giving you a hug.
Whoa.
Well, I don't know if I like that.
You get used to it.
Osric runs away.
I need an adult.
I am.
I'm not an adult.
Yeah, he isn't.
I need an 18-year-old.
So we're scooting along this creepy hallway. Osric has his short bow at the ready. Grey Axe presumably directly behind. What's the light situation, by the way? Because neither of us have dark vision.
God damn it!
I have
really.
light on my shield.
Aside from the light from his shield, it's kind of more of a dim light. It's not as luminescent as it was previously.
Okay. So we're scooting.
But it's still visible, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And much like when he was outside checking all the windows, Osric is checking all of these doors and just kind of very methodically checking all the corners, looking for any signs of movement, trying to make sure we don't get ambushed.
Yeah. You don't notice anything. However, as you're walking around and kind of like checking out like this entire area that you've already been through, the only people that remain are Deokar and the nurse. Well, and yourself, the doctor, but all of the patients have disappeared.
Sure is strange. I wonder if they ran outside.
You turn around and look, and all of the windows are still boarded up. The door is still barred from when you all entered before. You know that, yeah, you could unbar the door and leave, but you wouldn't be able to rebar the door on this side from the other side.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna pop another divine sense.
Osric will pick up north.
You pop off another divine sense. You don't get any ping.
Okay.
This area up north is the kitchen, right?
Looks like the showers.
You're in the
They
latrine.
got little.
One of
Oh,
these
that's what
areas.
those
One of
are.
these areas was the kitchen. I thought.
You passed it. The kitchen is
2K.
2J.
Oh, okay.
Jay.
I think Osric would want to circle back around to that one because that was the lead we got regarding the trap keeper or the gamekeeper.
Yeah. A workbench, a stove, and two floor to ceiling shelves full of tin plates and serving utensils make up this working kitchen. Heavy furniture and an iron ice box barricade the exit to the north.
I'll stay at the end of the hallway over here.
2J.
And 2J, yeah. That's the kitchen.
Hey, Abdel.
Huh?
Hey, big guy, would you mind giving me a hand here for a second? I think I got something. Gonna need your strong back about you.
Lead investigator on the case.
Thank you. Very glad to have you here, sir. Can you move all this heavy junk out of the way for me?
I'll move the heavy junk.
That's what a lead investigator would do.
Do I need to make a check?
No, I'm not gonna make you make a check. Your strength is stupid.
I strunk.
It's not stupid. Your strength is very smart.
Your strength is
Absolutely
stupid.
not.
So proud of you for taking that 1-level wizard dip, by the way, Abdel.
I didn't take that.
We'll get you one day.
No, never.
I wonder why this was barricaded.
And there's a bit of sarcasm in Osric's voice now. Osric will try the door. He'll check for traps and see if it's locked.
The door is locked and barred from this side, just like every other what's the word? Exterior facing door.
Yeah, can we disbar it and open the door?
Sure.
Does this seem to lead outside?
Yeah. Probably why it was barricaded.
Gil, can we take a peek? Let's just take a peek and see what's out there. And if there's anything fishy or scary, we'll just close it back up and we'll board it back up, and it'll be like it would never even happened.
There's heavy stuff in here. We could block it.
Exactly.
It's
That's why we got a
logical
big,
thinking
strong
as an
investigator like
investigator.
you on the case.
Yeah.
So Osric will open the door.
Okay, you opens the door.
To 30 zombies.
Osric falls into a black pit
Ah!
and just disappears.
See you in yawning portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it opens out to the an exterior of the sanitarium. It would have been the north side of it. So when you were walking in and you went up, on the map, you went down and started checking that way. This area would have been if you would have went up on the map and checked that way.
Okay. What time of day is it outside?
It is starting to get dark from what it looks like to you.
Do I see any evidence that there are people moving around outside? Any noises outside?
None that you can discern from here now. And none that you can see or hear.
Okay.
It is unnervingly quiet.
It is unnervingly quiet, Abdel.
Wah, wah, wah.
Osric will close the door and put the bar back up on the door with some effort. He's so small.
All right. Maybe we'll come back here later. We can search for potential tracks. If the gamekeeper came through here, then this might give us an indication of where he goes when he's not here at the grounds. We need to find where he's been.
Are we barring this door?
I think we should. Seeing as how we've got the
Orgasumba,
chance to...
thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Jay. How was your stream?
I think we should bar the door, seeing as how we've got the chance to improve the safety of this place. Such as it is, with, people disappearing and hallucinating black tar and ancient evil text on the walls and whatnot. I sure wish I could read this. Should we just keep exploring until we should at least put eyes on every single square inch of this place before we venture outside.
Right, you are. We should thoroughly investigate to make sure that there are no patients that got left behind.
Wait, where's Lionel? Have we lost Lionel?
And Genner would turn back down the hallway and sort of with a slightly raised volume call for Lionel.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
That is a good way
Yeah.
to catch an arrow to the back of your head.
Today is a good day for you to die.
To answer your question, Loco, every room is pretty much the same description it was before, just kind of darker with strange.
Okay, so nothing
unintelligible
found in any of
rooms.
the rooms that would give us any clues.
I'll go ahead and reveal the rest of the map on this area. It's literally more patient quarters and the like staff lockers. Other than that, I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary.
And what about to the left?
The left is the lobby area that you were escorted through.
And we had like, I noticed you didn't reveal it, and it seemed like we were kind of rushed through that area. Is that what was going on, or was that just okay?
Yeah, it's the lobby area. That's where the nurse opened the door, let you all in, and escorted you through, and that's where you started to realize how bad everything was here in this place. Was through the lobby.
I didn't realize there were stairs. Are those going up?
That is a good question because yeah, they're going up. I'll go ahead and tell you now, don't bother going up there because there's not a map for the upstairs.
Okay.
I want to go up there.
Well, too bad.
Yeah, Osric heads upstairs immediately.
Cool.
You get put in timeout.
You head upstairs and you see a strange visage in front of you and your head explodes.
He just hallucinates that the stairs are there. As soon as he takes a step, he falls face forward onto the floor into a pile of dust bunnies.
Right.
Are you guys know about the SCP series?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like the one where it's like an infinite set of stairs. It just keeps going down forever.
Oh, once you
Yeah.
go in, you're gone. Never come
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
And so Osric's just climbing the stairs, and he's like enchanted to think like, oh, just one more flight. Boy, I'm getting tired. Can't wait to get to the top. And it's like hours and hours later. He's just trapped in an alternate stairs dimension.
That would be horrible.
It would be. While you all are doing whatever it is that you're doing, you notice that Deocor, the nurse, and the doctor are all kind of like having a frantic discussion.
Well, we should go talk to them, find out if this has ever happened before, when they'll be coming back.
I don't think this has happened before based on their reaction, little man.
This place is cursed with magics.
We've got to find somewhere to attack. If there's a source of this evil power, we feel like we've come across it.
I can't say that I've ever experienced magics like this before. Not even in the most extreme cases.
If sorry, go ahead. If you guys would permit me a bit of time, I could cast a ritual spell that will allow me to detect magic. And I can use that. I can walk around here. It lasts for about 10 minutes. I might be able to see something. It makes magic glow, like different colors. So, if there's some sort of illusion or necromancy, it would be easier for me to spot. If you guys have got 10 minutes, I can set my materials out and get started.
Sure.
So Osric will start a ritual casting. And if 10 minutes goes by uninterrupted, then he will cast Detect Magic as a ritual on himself.
Okay. 1 sec, Lionel. I will look into that.
Hey Sam, I Genmer asked Greyax if he's ever seen magic like this before. You've been places that we haven't, so
Not really. A lot of the things I saw were more I mean, this does kind of underline the trickery base of stuff, but not nearly to the extent. It's not a play on words.
Lionel, knowing what that does, you're pretty sure that that won't help you.
Okay, thank you.
Osric, you go through your detect magic ritual. It's almost like second nature to you at this point. The spell goes off, and you start to see the I don't want to the familiar aspect of the spell start to take effect of, you know, different magical auras and things beginning to light up. However, at this point, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Rut-row.
There you go. And I'm going to use my point of inspiration, if that is allowed in this particular game.
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna roll again. Hey, that's more like it.
Very good.
Very good roll. However, as the area begins to illuminate, it illuminates so brightly to the point that your eyes start to burn. You are in pain, literally in your eyeballs at this point.
Okay. Is it too much to bear, or can I push through it?
Oh yeah, it's too much to bear. You are able to discern that whatever type of magic is at effect here in this area is way stronger than anything you've ever seen before.
Tell us what school it is.
Osric will stop concentrating on the spell as an action, and he'll rub his eyes and just kind of moan in pain and frustration, and he'll say, "I forgot the whole place is covered in damn illusion magic." And he just kind of like slaps his chest where the pins are, where the pin is, the illusion revealing pin. He's like, "I wasn't even thinking about that. I won't be able to detect any magic here. The whole place is inundated with magic. I wonder if that's part of what's going on here. This place is swamped with illusion magic. Perhaps the illusion magic is malfunctioning. We've got to... There's got to be a place, some kind of focal point where that spell is emanating from. I wonder if there's anything outside that can give us more clues. Plus, we could go looking for tracks leading from the kitchen, looking for that gamekeeper. See if there's anything on the grounds out here, behind the church or behind the church, the sanitarium."
When you say that, the nurse will speak up. It's like, "Oh, the gamekeeper, God, I can't remember his name now. Gus Guarin."
Aye. Him.
Oh. If I recall, I believe he has like a small cabin. I believe it's a couple miles north of the estate here. It's still it's still within the area of the estate, but it's not directly attached. That would probably be the one place I would start to go check if you want to brave the outside.
Osric slowly turns to look at Abdel, and then back to the doctor.
Okay, Duke. We'll go check it out for you.
Yeah, it's funny you remember now, even though I asked you the same question not even 20 minutes ago, and you said you had no idea where he lived.
The nurse looks at you and says, "You weren't talking to me 20 minutes ago."
What? Oh, the nurse. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting the nurse confused with the doctor. That's my fault. That's Ben's fault.
It's
It's
Osric's
the
fault.
white jacket that they both wear. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think we should definitely do that.
That
Should
is
we all
very
go,
nice.
or should we leave a contingent here for defense?
If
These
there's
one
zombies that we
decided
should
to
probably
get
all
out
go.
of this place. Let us leave.
There's no one here to defend anyways.
I suppose that's the big test. Will we be able to leave? We did deface the wards at the gate.
Did we deface the ones facing inward?
Did you not leave out of the doorway into the kitchen?
I mean away from the building itself, away from the whole grounds. As I recall, the dead bodies of the last contingent who came to visit, they were affected by the glyphs as they were leaving the gate. I believe
Yeah,
that is
but-
where.
Yes, Osric. There were two sets of glyphs. There was a set on the outside of the gates and on the inside. We only defaced the outside set.
All
Oh,
right.
I see.
Closing the giveaway for the first set now, and we will draw a
Drum
winner.
roll.
Hops and Dragons. Congratulations.
Want some TPK dice?
Congratulations on the dice. It's a very nice set. The white cracked snakeskin. I think that was the right set, right?
It's the snakeskin dice.
Yep.
Hops and Dragons, if you want to, I don't know if you're already on our Discord, but if you aren't, go ahead and join that and send us your mailing information, and we will get the dice sent to you.
To Bash. To clarify.
Yes. Don't just put it in general chat.
His name in Discord is also Kingbashman.
Yeah.
For safety reasons, don't
Go ahead and type in your address here into the Discord chat.
And your social
Don't-
security while you're at
And the
it.
Twitch chat.
Don't
Yes.
listen to Osric. He's trying to trick you.
Well, we just want to mail you some congratulatory letters.
Opens the mailbox and a bunch of
Panit's coupons.
Panit's
one
coupons
grows
and
tired.
Electrum pour out of the mailbox.
Oh.
This one grows tired of this sanitarium. Let us go outside. It is hard to breathe in here.
You never liked
They-
inside
they
of
also
buildings, will you
said-
now?
And the
that,
next set is live. It is a set called the Mimic Tongue.
Mimic tongue.
To clarify as well, if you win a giveaway, you can't enter another one. Unless Bash himself says otherwise.
I mean, you can enter it, but if you win,
Yeah,
Not even God himself could give you a set of dice twice in a row.
that's not true.
and
Jeff could just win all of them if he wanted to.
I mean, you're not wrong. Damn it, if I can remember how to do this. There we go. Maybe. I think. Yep. Okay. Cool. Anyway. So you all head outside towards the gamekeepers area, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
You you head out and begin going the way that the nurse directed you. You get a little bit of distance away, from the sanitarium, and you come across like a river crossing. The Lionel, what kind of hits you, being more of a nature type of person, is the water is flowing, but it looks like it's just rank and foul.
How about the vegetation and stuff? Does it look all like dead and at
Uh,
least struggling to live?
What trees that you do see all look like gnarled and twisted, uh like like nature has been essentially perverted by some means of dark magics.
Look, this is what happens with global warming.
God.
Okay.
I've never heard of that topic. What
All
is
of
it,
the fossil
Lena?
fuels that Waterdeep burns. All the damn dwarves mining all that coal. That's why we need to
There's-
annihilate the dwarven race.
I didn't
There
expect
is-
What?
this.
Oh,
This
I thought it was
wasn't
the
expected.
halfling
Whoa,
race.
whoa! Excuse me. I'm gonna tell them you said that.
What? We don't know
Yeah.
any dwarves.
Oh, will you shut
Wow.
up, Oswald?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I don't think we've met any honest to goodness.
Two
dwarves.
orphans and dwarves.
There is a terrible curse upon this area, this land. Evil is killing the wildlife, killing the
Hmm.
trees and the grasses. And look at this water.
Maybe that's why the.
Putrid.
Sorry.
Cannot imagine where this pollution could be coming from, other than from some dark dimension.
Well, if the land has been corrupted, just to say, maybe that's why the gameskeeper left.
It could be.
Or he
Let's go
was
find out.
murdered.
Let's hope he wasn't murdered, Abdel.
Judas. What if he's the dude?
Judas, let's just pretend he doesn't exist in this universe. That guy was evil.
Who, Judas?
Yeah.
I don't
Murder.
think you know. I think you're mixing two things.
Maybe.
We're
Murder.
not talking about the character, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
We're not talking about Loco's character.
All right, so you'll continue
Okay.
making your way over the river and noticing just how just dark everything seems and feels, how twisted even nature itself in this area has succumbed to. As you cross over the bridge, you, in the distance, you see like a very small cottage. Lionel, like, you can recognize this appears to be like a small hunter's lodge, or like a hunter cabin cottage type deal. You've seen many of them in your days in the forest. You've probably made several of them or helped people make them before. It's very, very recognizable to you.
This is what we are looking for. Excuse me, young Grey Axe. Question for you. You did not piss off anyone in the hells, did you? It is very likely that this evil could have come from your journeys.
I mean, I didn't bring anything back that I know of. I know there's dimensions in and out and portals, so
No.
it could have escaped.
Lionel is not accusing you of bringing anything back. He is asking merely if possibly someone has come back to our realm.
I mean, devils and fiends and demons are evil in nature and would do something like this, I'm sure.
I don't think they would have come back targeting the sanitarium if they were trying to get back at Grayax. Unless Grayax has family members who attend the sanitarium alongside the royalty. I don't think that's the case.
I am the royalty.
No,
Oh.
no.
My
I
apologies.
am the Senate.
You misunderstand, Lionel. These ones in the sanitarium are already weak-minded, no? What better way to prey on those than with weak minds?
Hmm.
It
Well,
is
it is.
only a suggestion. Let us go. Let us check out this Hunter's Lodge.
No, it's a good idea, Lionel. It makes a lot of sense. I understand that demons can be cowardly. So, it's easy pickings going after a mind that's already broken.
That is the point. But we shall see. At this point, Lionel will just walk right up to the shack, look around, make sure there's no traps, as in like little wires or strings or boardings.
Yeah, you begin to approach once you see the cabin in your view. The shadows seem to sway unnaturally around you all. You can just begin to make out a very faint tendril of smoke rising from the cottage ahead when you hear an assertive voice call out from far off to your right. You seem to have your wits about you. So a warning I will give, step no further, else be caught in my snares.
Lionel will whip to his right with his bow already drawn, pulling back on the string.
I throw my great axe.
Well, I guess we found the gamekeeper.
We mean you no harm. We have come from the sanitarium. We're looking for answers.
Oh. You come from the Senate. Oh,
We're
very
not
well.
of the sanatorium.
Right,
We're
right.
investigating.
There,
We're
yes.
simply investigators sent to the sanatorium.
Lead investigator, Abdel.
Show him your license, Abdel.
I pull out my pin. No, just...
Right. From the shadows off to the right, you see a figure emerge, dressed in like worked furs and leathers, carrying a long bow, and he has a wolf companion with him. He steps out to greet. He steps out to greet you, and then he's like, "Oh, right," and he steps off to an area to. It would be to your left, Lionel, and you see him quickly detach like a wire from something. He's like,
Greetings.
greetings.
This one's name is Lionel.
Ah,
The others may introduce themselves. We are here on behalf of the king.
the king.
Yes, Abdel, do you wish to inform this one?
About what? The crippling things happening to this forest, such as global warming?
And never mind. Mr. Grayax, would you please do the honors? Or Abdel, anyone with more sense than these two idiots behind me.
Yes. We're looking for Duke Bernard's brother, a patient at the sanitarium. Or excuse me, I'm sorry. We're looking
The king's
for
brother.
the king's brother, Duke Bernard. patient at the sanitarium. Are you, by chance, the sanitarium's gameskeeper?
Or the Duke? Or both?
Yeah, why not?
I am not a duke. I am the gameskeeper. My name is Goswarin.
And how do you spell that? No, that's okay.
So actually, I would like to know. Osric has his notebook out.
GOFUCKYOURSELF.
Wait a minute now. Was that an F or a PH?
PH.
Oh, thank you. Go fuck yourself. Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a second. What in a cinnamon toast?
Yes.
The sanitarium nurse and doctor said that you went missing, but here you are. So you must have a reason that you weren't traveling to and from the sanitarium a few months ago. Has this been going on for some time?
Yeah, I've worked at Willowbrook for I would say near 25 years now.
Impressive.
Exchanging hunting and trapping expertise for secure lodging in one of the area's formerly most beautiful locations.
When did you notice the change?
Any type of change that happened, like myself, I've noticed the changing to the outside has occurred within the last couple months. Anything that was going on inside the inside Willowbrook is beyond me. But you mentioned that they said I went missing. It's not so much I went missing. You see, I stopped going anywhere near the sanitarium, I'd say roughly 2 months ago when I was approaching to drop off some game, and I saw a patient thrown from the roof. I thought it'd be best to wait until someone came and asked about the misdelivery, but no one ever did. Shortly after that, the constant screams were just emanating from the building. I would say over 3 weeks, something just told me something must be wrong. So I've remained here, secure in my compound, waiting for word that never came until now, I suppose.
Have
We're
you
practicing
experienced...
lobotomy.
You saw somebody thrown from the roof?
Sorry,
Yes.
first, I have to ask. Have you experienced any strange visions?
Strange visions? You mean like hallucinations?
You could call them that.
I have not. I can't say. Can't say that I have. I have seen hundreds, if not perhaps thousands of strange markings all around the estate. But as far as like full-on hallucinations, I can't.
These strange markings, how would you describe them?
Here, and you see him kind of like ruffle through some parchments and papers on a pouch to his side, and he pulls out. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm not an artist of any shape or form, but here's a crude rendition of one of the marks that I found. The only thing I can assume is an ancient symbol.
Would the symbol resemble the runes from the hallway?
One of them, it does almost match. Even though it is crude, it does almost match entirely with one of the symbols that you have seen.
Osric
Again?
holds up his notebook,
Oh, good.
revealing that he has drawn from memory each and every one of the notes, or glyphs rather, from the hallway. It looks like a strange, creepy paragraph of weird hieroglyphics across his notebook.
Oh boy, let's see.
I can't believe you played that in a one shot, Kenzie. But thank you for the donation.
Yes, thank you very much, Lionel. It's much appreciative.
Yes,
Such a
Lionel, roll me a D10, please.
A ring of wishes.
Right. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Wishes Osric to die.
A luck blade.
A Vorpal Great Axe?
Oh, Whirlpool longbow.
Is that a thing? That was only melee
No.
weapons.
Don't need-
I wish it was. Poof.
Oh, bow.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah, with bow too.
It's gonna be another bag of holding.
Yeah, oh my god, that would be funny.
The author is Storm.
No, absolutely not.
It's gonna be a bag of devouring.
Well, since you got a card, you got to see the line now.
But it is always a good day to die.
There it is. You get a new bow, and it has Osric's hair on it.
Yeah, right. Go ahead and roll me a percentile, or percentile, or D100, whichever you prefer.
They're the same thing.
Pretty much. All right, 54. You get suddenly before you, Lionel, like something like just kind of magically appears. It looks like a parcel of sorts, and
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
You open it up, and inside, you find a quiver. It is a nice looking quiver. But what really catches your eye inside of this quiver is there are
Arrows of Judas.
There are 7 very ornate arrows within this quiver.
Fucking way.
You open them up, or you open the parcel up, you take one out and look. Both you and Goss's eyes kind of get, whoosh, anime big real quick. And you both look at the arrows, and you both kind of look at each other again, and almost in unison, you say, "Arrows of slaying."
Wow.
Arrows of slaying.
Ain't no way.
It will be a good day for someone else to die.
Yeah.
You said 7 of them?
Yep.
Whew. It's either going to do a lot of damage or be rich after this.
So give me a second to add these to your character sheet.
Remember, guys, giveaways currently going on.
There you go. They're added. All right. So, um, he begins like after the excitement of that kind of wears off. He kind of begins to state that he has a deep unease about Willowbrook. Besides his wariness to approach the sanitarium anymore, he senses the surrounding forest is moving on its own accord, resulting in a fear of the grove at the fringe of the property. Though he doesn't know why, but he refuses to go near it. He just has that feeling. And he turns to you, Lena. He's like, you understand that feeling of just certain areas you just avoid.
Well, to be honest with you, this one has not felt that. But he can understand your trepidations. So you have not been out of this forest for how long?
It's been months at this point.
Can you tell us if this curse, if you will, it originated in any one area, or is it mainly the sanitarium?
To be completely honest with you, I'm not sure. The best guess I could say is some on the grounds. Obviously, whatever type of madness has started taking over this place started, it seems, within the sanitarium and has spread out from there. But I could also be wrong. I wish I had a direct answer for you, but
so is there a portion of the forest that moves more?
I'm not entirely sure. I would say, if I had to venture a guess, I would say the area leading more towards the grove would be more and you see him kind of like starting to struggle with his words.
It's okay. Please, could you point us in the direction of this grove? We would like to go inspect it.
Yeah, he points to a direction kind of diagonal from behind him. I do have to ask, have you all heard any strange singing while you've been here?
Lionel turns and looks at everybody else.
I don't
No.
think
No.
so.
You mean here in this spot right here?
No, since you've arrived.
Like, I haven't heard any singing in the sanitarium or here in the woods. What does it sound like?
At times, I swear I hear a deep-throated feminine voice singing in an unknown tongue. But whenever I stop to actually try to listen and tune in, the singing stops.
Does it appear to come from the grove as well?
It's a possibility. I can't I can't. As soon as I try to focus in to listen to try and figure out where it's coming from, it stops. So I've been unable to pinpoint a direction.
Perhaps it is something to penetrate your mind.
Possibly. It's about this point you start to see that the moon is starting to rise, and he looks up and goes, "Ah, the waxing gibbous."
Oh, a student of astronomy too. I can always appreciate that.
Well,
Well, a
not
good
so much astronomy per se. I guess more in the along the lines of how it relates to being a man of nature.
Well, however you want to put it, knowing the phases of the moon earns you a couple points in my book.
Ah, well, thank you.
Nerd.
going.
Has your wolf companion been affected by any of the pollution around here? Does your wolf need treatment? I might be able to render some aid, perhaps.
Not that I've noticed. It hasn't just appeared to have been affected by anything.
What's his name? Or her name? I can't tell what gender the wolf is.
Um, you'll notice it's not necessarily a regular normal wolf.
Oh dear. Or should I say dire?
Not a dire wolf. But it's more along the lines of like a companion that's not from this plane, if you catch my drift.
Um,
Kind of like how a wizard has a summon familiar spell.
oh. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you are you a bit of a student of the arcane? That would explain why you know the phases of the moon.
A little bit.
I dabble myself. Well, it's quite an unexpected pleasure to meet someone of such learned esteem way out here in the boonies.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah, thanks.
an interesting. It's very interesting. Wow.
Can Osric perform an insight check on everything this guy has said to see if he's hiding anything or if he seems trustworthy or not?
Sure.
Because at this point, Osric suddenly realizes that if this guy knows arcane magic, then perhaps he knows more about what's going on at the sanitarium than what he's let on.
My thoughts exactly.
20?
You get that feeling that everything he has told you so far is true.
Okay.
Ben, are you able to continue on a little bit longer tonight, or do you need to cut out soon?
I'm in a uniquely situated position to continue tonight because I happen to be
Okay.
sick and I'm not working tomorrow
Okay, cool.
because I'm sick.
Yeah.
All right,
Sam
cool.
said.
However,
So
chat.
yeah, in on that note, we'll go ahead and take a quick 5-minute bio break because I have to pee too, and so do some of my players, which is fine. I will go ahead and leave the giveaway going throughout the break. We'll draw a winner as soon as we return, and then we'll start the giveaway for the grand prize set, the Vampire Lord set. Very fancy stuff. So that being said, everybody, thank you for watching. and Jay, Lord Yasumba, thank you for the raid. It's always good to see you, my friend. And we will return here in just a couple of minutes. Some of us have to pee, so we'll be right back.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Setting up shop. We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're going to call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
That would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
We will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses. We don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
kidding
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain. But I only wanted it. This mountain is reserved for patrons. But it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats. But I am a patron. Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you? I'd like 2 of those, please. Hot dogs? Yes, sir. And 3 of those, and 1 of those, and 5 bars of these, and a cup of that nice hot liquid. Coffee. Coming right up. Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white coffee material. You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir? Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside. They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at our snack bar, just waiting for you.
can private message her. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around
Wow.
hundreds of years into the future.
Hey, why mess with a good thing?
Go ahead and
right?
clip that one, guys. And you send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Brother, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man, start strolling down to the sweets that you're rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff, give me 5, let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go! It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill, give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the Doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, da doom, doom, da doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, doom. Doomy doomy. Doom doom doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown, couched in a soft bun, and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Happen. Let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Does a horse have a? Ooh, it's going for the
deception for a horse.
Yeah, a horse has
I
got
love it.
deception. So the horse goes up and you see it. It's looking a brief second. It looks at the plant like maybe it's something even tastier, but then it sticks out its tongue and it pulls back, and then it backs up. It's got the sugar cube in its mouth and its eyes go boing, as these eyes just go, and it starts woo, and it starts bucking, and it just and he was looking at something in his hand, and he is standing up, and he grunts out, "Who the F are you? What are you doing here?"
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping?
Oh my god.
Your attention, please. All new Hotshot electric in-car heaters.
Let's go back to the main overlay. Hello, everybody. We have returned. And as promised, I'll go ahead and close this giveaway for the Mimic Tone dice. Shav Hunter 86. Congratulations.
Congrats on the dice.
Congrats.
Go ahead and send us your shipping information, and we will get those dice sent out to you as soon as we can.
In the Discord. Please do not post that in the chat.
Yeah, please don't post it in the chat.
Please DM it to Kingbashman or probably Duff.
And I will go ahead and start.
Unless you want to dox yourself. Whatever you want.
The last set, which is Vampire Lord. It is a sharp edge resin dice set. It is our quote grand prize for our Halloween giveaways. Very, very nice set. Anyone is welcome to enter, even if you have won previously, as it is kind of the grand prize is the expensive set of dice being given away. So there we go. That is going. Anyway, back to where we were. All right. Let me pull up the map. Yeah. Maybe not. Damn it. Anyway, you're talking with Goss, the gamekeeper. That's the word. And Osric is fascinated with
Yeah, but perhaps we can compare some notes later. I've been doing some research into various types of creatures in this world that mean to do us harm. I've kind of set my life to opposing them, if you will. As best I can.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Happy for us to compare notes and learn from each other.
And this one feels we should head to the grove as soon as possible.
I understand. We can do our academic trades later.
Yes. Paul Dirtle, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Rejects. He says, yes, that would be a grand idea to figure out what exactly dark the foul magics and entities have taken over this estate.
Are you all right?
Ever since this maddening has taken over this estate, it has had some sort of an effect on me. I'm not entirely sure as to what it is, but I do believe that the madness might be affecting myself. This is probably a good thing I've stayed away from the sanitarium.
Well, all right. Well, listen, we're trained professionals. We're trained to handle these sorts of things. You keep your wits about you, all right? Stay in your home if you feel like it's safer for you. We've got an idea of where to go for now, and we know where to find you. We'll come and let you know as soon as we make some progress. All right?
Very well. He looks up, and the moon is now up in the sky, and he looks up at it and he's like, yes, very well. And you notice the eyes of the wolf that is beside him start to glow, and suddenly he starts to transform. Like his arms start
not
to
ideal.
elongate, his fingers turn into long, sharp pointed claws, his snout extends out, his body covers in fur.
Oh.
And he lets out a loud howl.
He's a
as
werewolf.
Now in front of you stands a very stout werewolf.
Ozark immediately hollers.
We got another transformer.
And roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Okay.
There's the Grey Axe initiative.
2
There it is.
Oh, that's the map. Where is it? Damn it all.
Well, you know, with that natural 20. Pew, 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 pew.
Pew pew.
So exactly where is this being?
Getting ready to add them to the combat track. And let's see. Oh, that's not good. That's a nat 20 on that initiative.
I don't think it's above Lionel, hopefully.
No. No, it's not. They are. Let me. Oh shit! Hold on. Bam, 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 and
That sounded like 4 BAMs.
yes. They're right there. And yes, so
the wolf?
The wolf.
What's happening with the guy we were talking to, the hunter dude? What's he doing?
He turned into a
werewolf.
He turned into a werewolf.
Well, I thought the other thing turned into a werewolf. Okay.
No. You just saw its eyes kind of flare up. Lionel, you're up.
He will pull back the string on his bow. As he does, he will chant a few words and cast Hunter's Mark for releasing an arrow at this dude.
Okay.
Where is it? And he pulls from a quiver on his hip a silver arrow.
Okay.
A silvered arrow.
All right.
Okay. Why are you? Oh, I see. Why? Sorry. What has happened to my other? Did it take the other one away? Where's my longbow? It's
Yeah, I was gonna say, just roll it. First shot misses.
all right. He takes a second.
That one hits.
Let's see. With a silvered arrow. As he releases it, it finds purchase and appears to do full damage.
Yes.
As he hits. And that will be his turn.
All right, he kind of lets out a groan. His turn. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, technically 4 people around him, but there's 3 in front of him, so he will slash out at Osric.
Ah!
No! Panit!
Hang on a second. Osric will use a reaction to increase his ace. Wait a second. Yeah. He's gonna cast shield on himself. That'll push his AC up to 23, which will turn that into a miss.
It gives you a +8 to AC?
No. I have. Hang on a second. I have mage armor on, so my AC is an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 18 plus 5 is 23.
Okay, cool. All right. So he slashes out with these mighty claws, and you react just in time to cast your shield, and you just see his claws kind of across the magical force that appears in front of you, and almost just instinctively right after that, he just kind of lunges forward to try to bite you. And let's see if I can. There's the bite. To Osric.
That should be a hit, actually, right? If my AC is 18.
You have the bracers, don't you?
Oh, that's right. My AC is actually 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's a miss.
I forgot.
The wolf. Well, again, Mayor's right in front of him, so.
Not the nut tap.
It's the sewers all over again.
I'm guessing a 27 hits.
Well, yeah.
Just barely.
You take 12 points of damage, and he starts to kind of thrash about. And yeah, you make your strength save, no problem. Abdel.
I would like to beef, and I will rage.
All right.
As a bonus action. And I'm gonna start swanging on the werewolf.
All right.
Just a swang. Nice.
For min damage.
Mm-hmm.
For another 24. Nice. For min damage again.
All right.
That is it. That is my turn.
Osric.
All right. Osric will disengage as a bonus action. And then he will move 5, 10, 15 feet into the woods. And then he will take aim at the werewolf. And he'll say under his breath,
"Oh, damn it, not another one."
And he will fire. Wow. Hang on just a second. Here comes damage. Good roll. And that will be his turn. Genmare?
Well, Genmare is just going to draw his +1 mace and swing on this wolf-like creature.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Gotta love flanking.
Mm-hmm. That is it.
Needed it.
Very nice. Yeah, that would have been a bad roll otherwise. Make sure I target this creature because I can't quite. There we go. Ooh, good damage on that too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That was max. And yeah.
Oh, another raid.
Raid.
I'll just swing again. The second one's at advantage too, right?
Severia, thank you for the raid.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody. How was your stream? We are
19 again.
kind of towards the end of nearing the end of tonight's session. This is we started this last week for a Halloween type of episode. The module is Bleak Harvest by our friends and our sponsors over at Total Party Kill Games. It's a fun module. Definitely highly recommend you look into it. It's very crazy and fun. Is that it, Genmare?
I was just looking to see if I had any cantrips that use a bonus action. And
I'm pretty sure I don't think there's any cantrips that are bonus actions.
no, I don't have any of those. I do have level 1 spells though. One of them would have been good to use before I started swinging, but you know what? We're beyond that point, and I did some okay damage, so we'll just let the next person go on.
All right, great axe.
Take a step to the left here and pull out my holy sword and swing on the werewolf.
The Holy Avenger?
Yeah.
Yes. Totally. Oh wait, I have advantage. About rolled it without it. Wow.
2 10s.
Double 10s. And we will dump a first level divine smite to that.
All right. And I imagine your next attack would be towards the wolf.
The wolf, yeah, I'll take a step back over here.
Yeah.
And swing down on the wolf.
That is it.
And up.
Solid hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is my turn.
All right. Lionel. Thank you.
Lionel will move underneath this tree. He will say, "Canines, why must it always be canines?" And he will, first of all, have to target this thing. Okay.
G-Duck Official, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Rejects.
And take a shot at this thing.
I use my Channel Divinity reaction. I know technically I'm not supposed to know the result when I use it, but it says after I see the roll, I'm supposed to use it.
That's fine.
So
just go for it.
It'll add a +10 to that attack.
That would be a hit. You let loose an arrow, Lionel. It flies true, striking the beast broadside, and he just kind of lets out and drops down. I'll say almost simultaneously as Great Axe slicing down the backside of the werewolf, channeling his divine powers into his strike, and he starts to fall down, and he falls to the ground. He just he begins to speak, but his mouth isn't moving. And you just hear like this deep guttural voice saying, "You are too late. Shanagara will return." And you start to see him start to transform back into his non-werewolf form, his more humanoid form. And he's laying there gasping. Whatever's affecting this place must go put an end to it. Please. And that's where we'll hold until next week when we conclude this strange and dark story.
F's in chat.
Yeah, F's in chat. That being said, as I get into the things, we currently have a giveaway going on. If you haven't entered yet, go ahead and enter. It is for a set of the Vampire Lord dice set from our friends over at Total Party Kill Games. Let's see, what do we have? We have almost a full week of content and programming here at the Predators Rejects, both here on our Twitch and our YouTube channels. You can find the schedule on our website. There. Let's see. Newer-ish programming we have on Wednesday nights over on our YouTube channel. Duff has, or Lord Praetor himself, has started another campaign of Lost Mines of Phandelver, starring a bunch of different artists of different disciplines, especially across Twitch and YouTube and other platforms. It's being referred to as the Artist Conclave. That is Wednesday nights. Thursday nights, obviously, you know, we've got Yanni Portal here because you're watching right now. Tomorrow night or later tonight, depending on what time zone you're in, the premiere episode of Out in the Black, which is a Serenity RPG campaign being put together and ran by our own DM Mech 45. If you've been following the channel at all, he was our DM for the Sanguine Isles that used to be on Wednesdays. Definitely tune in and check that out. Non-streaming content, we also have East Texas University, which is still going. It's pre-recorded, uploaded into YouTube, and officially now we have released our first podcast campaign, Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, being DM'd by our own Lionel, DM Loco. You can find that on Spotify, iTunes, or pretty much wherever you choose to get your podcast content. That being said, hopefully we find you all tuning in tomorrow night for the first episode of Out in the Black, our Serenity game, and I believe Saturday is still going on. I haven't heard anything otherwise, which is Rise Against the Slave Lords. It is an all-female cast with the exception of Duff as the DM. It is our Greyhawk meets 5e campaign, kind of revisiting the old Slavers modules from way back in the day. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I will go ahead and draw a winner for our dices here.
Drum roll.
And draw a winner. Sammy.
Augers.
Woo!
Congratulations on the dice.
It's actually Lone Wolf Gaming, not Sammy.
Yeah, shut up.
One quick thing to shout out to.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, Mallory, who is a player on My Tuesday game, is running a 24-hour charity stream. I just put her her link in chat. Go check her out. Give her some love and support. Even if you don't donate anything, just cheer her on for the 24-hour stream and let her know that the rejects sent you.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely forgot about that. Yes, always good to help support charity streams. Anyway, that being said, guys, thanks for playing. I know we kind of got a bit of a late start due to had some last minute things come up. But we trudged through it, and we'll get to the ultimate conclusion of this and find out what our intrepid band of adventurers are going to do after this harrowing experience, if you will. That being said, guys, appreciate it again. All the raids, all the follows, and the subs. We appreciate the support. Without you all, like this, we wouldn't be here. So again, thank you. Also, thank you to our sponsors, the Druid's Den, your place for magical and apothecary needs. You can check them out at www.druidsden.com. It's Mama Praetor's current endeavor, so please go support her. And of course, our friends over at Total Party Kill Games, who have been a longtime sponsor of this particular programming here on Thursdays, but now the entire channel. Definitely go check them out at www.totalpartykill.games. And tell them the reject sent you. And they have all kinds of amazing stuff there for D&D and Pathfinder to suit whatever fancy it is you're seeking products for. Anyway, that being said, guys, again, appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and hit the outro. So we will see you all again next time. Bye, everybody.
See y'all.
Bye. Be safe,
Thursday.
everyone.